there are probably more things around than what we really know about. It's certainly a large nickel producer as well. It has large output over various years. It certainly has a mismatch on his position. That's why we had the squeeze. I think what worries today people much more is not that somebody is short and can't cover and has to be cleared out, which normally would happen, is the fact that we closed the LME and we created a structure where deals got cancelled 3 days back. So if I would be a trader today, I would ask myself, do I really still want to have exposure in nickel through the LME, or will I go elsewhere?
And that's a good question as well, because do you think now that you see what happens in the LME, you see the fact that price discovery being what it is when there are all these manipulative players involved in the market, that perhaps more miners, more mining companies should go the route of the likes of Pilbara Minerals in Australia that had their own online auction and just abandon the LME altogether and sell directly to consumers or customers?
I think you see that already in some other markets like lithium, I think, which have started to create their own platforms to find their own prices, and the mining companies are basically putting their output up. But I think you have other ways as well to play the game, where miners are actually arranging offtake arrangements, sometimes with fixed pricing, sometimes with LME price fix, or a variety of it. I think that will get reinvented, and I think what we're going to see more and more as the supply dislocations are happening in all these commodities is that people are looking to get the best quality product, which goes straight away to the refiner and end users, and basically will not see the exchange anymore.
Let me introduce a contrarian note into this, if I could. And just, you know, when you're talking about price discovery and you're talking about the players here, mostly we're talking about people who are involved in the business in a serious way. We're not talking about retail investors. We're not talking about casual individuals who are playing the nickel markets. All of these guys know that the market itself is not exactly a transparent or a particularly predictable market. I mean, we've had these scandals in LIBOR, we've had them in gold trading, we've had them in Forex trading. The traders manipulate the market almost across the board. So at the end of the day, should we be surprised this has happened in nickel?
I don't think we are surprised that people are trying to rig markets. As long as they do it in a legal way, it's okay. If the exchange are able basically to act in a legal way and protect all the participants in the system equally, that's okay too. If the exchange is actually favoring somebody in somebody else's favor, we have a problem. Right? Because then you don't really have a market anymore which has equal terms. It's like you play Monopoly, and tomorrow morning your best street becomes the worst street, and the worst street becomes your best street. So I think that the problem we have here is transparency, and basically creating a platform where people are able to participate to equal terms.